Alright everybody, your boy Raider Knight is back again for another episode in Age of History 2. We're totally playing Age of History 2 right now, but we are going to be talking about it. Age of History 3, bro. He just dropped the trailer for it. He just dropped everything the people wanted, you know? Well, it's not quite a trailer. Somebody said it was a trailer, so that's why I said that. But, it is... What is this? Why is there just a guy sitting here? Alright, we're getting off track. Age of History 5 just dropped. It's huge, bro. Crazy news. But yes, Age of History 3 has dropped an alpha video, kind of showing off a lot of the new features in the game and whatnot. I wasn't going to do a video at first, but I already know if I don't do a video, I'm just going to get attacked by everybody to make one. And I will not will not be free until I make one. And, you know, I'm not against making one either, because it's pretty easy views, people are going to watch it, but I do sometimes, I'm like, do I want to make this video, because it's just going to be kind of dumb. Nobody's going to watch it, like, once the game comes out or whatever, but we're going to talk about Age of History 3, what did they add to this game that is crazy, bro? Did they add anything, like, groundbreaking, something that'll revolutionize the Age of History 3 community for the rest of time? You know, that is up for debate, truthfully, and I think I just died. But yeah, man, what is Age of History 3 adding to the game that we've saw in this alpha trailer, or what has Lucas confirmed on the forums or anything like that? I'll just kind of list off everything. So nukes are confirmed for Age of History 3, which is kind of cool. I don't know how they're gonna work. He didn't ever specify it. Spies are confirmed. Navy is not confirmed. He said he will not be adding Navy to the game. Maybe he'll change his mind, but for right now, Navies are not confirmed in the game, which is kind of lame. Leaders will be basically AI portraits, and they're kind of like, they'll die, and then they'll get replaced by new leaders. He didn't really show us a whole lot about how long they live in terms of the game. I'm assuming they probably live, you know, quite a bit of years, and they probably pass away to the next leader. Maybe the certain government types have like elections to them, but I think there is no elections. Maybe I'm wrong. We haven't really seen the whole election or politic thing quite yet. We saw quite a bit of the different military tech you can get in the game. Drones are confirmed in Age of History 3, as well as, you know, modern fighter jets, modern tanks, troops that look like robots, and everything else like that. So there's a lot of cool troops that are coming to the game if you're into that. Some other things that are being added into Age of History 3 that I saw from the trailer was lots of provinces. It doesn't look like he's completed the map yet. There's still like a lot of countries missing, and it didn't look like all the provinces were there yet on the map. Maybe that's just how he built his scenario so far, I'm not sure. But from what I saw, it looked like the scenario wasn't fully complete yet. Like Ming wasn't quite all there yet. Some of the other places like in India wasn't fully developed yet. Maybe he wants the scenario to look that way, but I think it just isn't fully done yet. But so far, I mean, even that, considering that, I mean, it looks like the game is already pretty far along ahead in development, which is a good sign. When will the game actually come out? I'm thinking it's probably going to be like late summer, because I feel like he probably has quite a bit of work to still do with the AI and stuff like that. And he still has to finish all the scenarios and kind of get the game all set up or whatever. So we still probably got quite a ways away until the game actually drops, but that's just what I'm looking at from the general perspective of what I'm glancing at from the alpha stuff or whatever. In terms of how combat works, it's kind of like EU4 for the most part. There's different types of troops, and you kind of like balance them based off of, you know, what your preference of fighting style is and what you think will work the best. Now, do I know which troops and which combos are the best? No, not quite yet, because obviously we don't have the game, bro. We don't have the game. I can't tell you what will work, what will not work until we get the game. But I do think, you know, once the game comes out, it'll be pretty easy to figure out what troop combos work and which ones don't really work. And I feel like tech is going to be a very good way to play the game, because now I don't know for sure, but I would assume like the more you level up in tech, the stronger your military is going to be, which wasn't really the case in Age of History 2. So you're probably going to have a lot of advantages by working on your tech and things like that early on in this game. Based off of what I saw, it appears you can stand tall in Age of History 3 relatively easily, but that's still something, you know, we gotta wait for the full game. I would assume you can stand tall a lot better in Age of History 3 than you can in Age of History 2, but again, we just gotta kind of wait for the whole game to see for sure. It also looked like there's a lot of different things coming to this game. It looked like manpower is in it, but I couldn't verify that. And it did look like a lot of other little mechanics were in this game. There's culture, there's religions, there's cores, there's pretty much anything you can think of from like EU4 and kind of like a mix of Hoi 4 is kind of in this game for the most part. The only thing we're really missing is, again, navies, which I think would have been really cool. I feel like navies is one of the things that Age of History 2 really needed, but in Age of History 3 it doesn't look like we're going to get navies. It's just probably going to be your military, and you'll just kind of like send them out into the water or whatever, kind of like you did in Age of History 2. I suppose you could maybe you could rename the general. I don't know what all options we have for renaming the leaders and the generals and everything like that. But assuming we can do all that, I mean, you could probably rename the general to like Admiral, whatever, you know. And that would pretty much be the same thing as a navy. So you could still roleplay a navy in Age of History 3 and it would probably work out alright. Something I noticed in the combat is if you take the large city, which is usually designated with a city like on the province, you can take over the entire like major province. I don't know how this is going to work out in the game if we will only be able to like release certain provinces based off of that. That would suck. But I would assume that's probably not the case. But it could be the case, and if that is the case, I would be concerned a little bit. But I don't think it'll be like that. I think that's just one of the mechanics that exists in the game, where if you take over a large city, it'll just take over a lot of the provinces around it or whatever. But I mean, I can't confirm that. It could be where this game is different and you can only take over certain provinces, which would not be a good thing. But we don't know that for sure, and I'm not going to conspiracy theory it quite yet. Overall though, Age of History 3 looking kind of cool. There's a lot of stuff coming to the game and a lot of stuff not coming to the game. When it's all said and done, the game will probably drop and it will probably have mixed reviews of people who like it and people who don't like it. I would assume most people will probably like it on launch, and then it'll probably have people who just say they don't like it just for the sake of that. I don't know, like it depends how much it costs, right? For like Age of History 2, people complained and the game was like $5. So I mean, you really can't complain if a game is $5. But at the same time, Age of History 3, whether it's like $25, maybe there's a little bit more to expect from that. But we're just going to kind of have to see how that all plays out and really just what happens. But regardless, this is your boy Raider Knight signing out. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all for the next one. Peace. See if I land this.